It is important that you brake correctly when driving. Whether you operate in dense city traffic, on large highways, on hilly roads, or in a wide variety of different terrain and on different surfaces. If you understand how the braking system in your truck behaves and operates, you will find it easier to utilize it optimally in all situations. In this program, we will take a close look at how to use the truck's various braking functions. The cost of brake linings and the cost of wear on the truck can be unnecessarily high if you use your brakes incorrectly. With the wrong braking technique, even your fuel costs may rise. When you brake correctly, you thus improve the profitability of your transport operations. Through immensely tough tests of braking systems and brake linings, both in the laboratory environment and on the test track, we find out which components meet Volvo's high standards. All linings approved by Volvo have been tested to ensure they can withstand tough operating conditions. In order for you to be able to trust your brakes under all circumstances, it is important that you always choose genuine Volvo parts. It may perhaps be cheaper to purchase a patent part from another manufacturer, but when you find yourself in a difficult braking situation, it may well turn out to cost you far more than you paid for it. So, always make sure that every part you buy carries the genuine Volvo part label. You know you'll be getting optimum performance and service life. In recent years, a lot of progress has been made in the development of so-called intelligent braking systems. Volvo has invested heavily in the development of new and more effective braking systems. Systems designed to help you drive more safely and to lower your maintenance costs. Nowadays, most trucks are equipped with disc brakes and electronically controlled braking systems, EBS, resulting in faster response times and thus also shorter stopping distances. EBS has an automatic function that regulates brake pressure between the truck and trailer. The EBS system can automatically calculate how much or how little pressure is needed at any given moment. ABS is nowadays an integrated part of the EBS system. With the latest technological advances, both the driver and the workshop staff can read off fault codes in the display screen. And using the computer, the mechanic can monitor brake lining wear. When the truck begins moving, information is gathered from various sensors located on the vehicle. This information forms the basis for calculating such parameters as the rig's weight, speed and rate of retardation. These parameters are collected for the purpose of utilizing the brakes optimally. As a supplement to the already efficient wheel brakes, Volvo's trucks can be equipped with a variety of auxiliary brakes. Volvo can offer the following engine brake alternatives: Exhaust Pressure Governor or EPG, Volvo Compression Brake, VCB, and the highly appreciated VEB, That is to say, the Volvo engine brake, which is a combination of EPG and VCB. As a complement to the engine brakes, it is possible to specify a compact retarder if the truck is equipped with a mechanical gearbox, and an integrated retarder for a truck with a Powertronic automatic transmission. By always using the auxiliary brakes when slowing down, wear on the discs and linings is reduced. Depending on which type of auxiliary brake and transmission that have been fitted to the truck, the various auxiliary brakes are activated in different ways. Either with a switch on the instrument panel or via a stalk beside the steering wheel. Using the switch, pre-select the auxiliary brake, which is then activated when the accelerator pedal is released. The stalk offers better control of the auxiliary brakes and thus greater scope for adapting the braking system to suit different driving conditions. Brake blending is a function whereby various auxiliary brakes, in combination with the regular wheel brakes, interact to regulate braking power. The brake blending function is available on all FH and FM trucks equipped with an auxiliary brake stalk, and the purpose is to reduce brake lining wear. Both the trucks and the trailer's brake linings are saved with a brake blending function. This is how the stalk is used for auxiliary brakes in different driving situations. Use the stalk to choose between various settings and functions, including the O setting or off mode, all of which are shown in the display. The O setting is used when you do not wish to activate the auxiliary brakes. For instance, when driving on very slippery surfaces. Although the auxiliary brakes are connected to the ABS system, you should avoid using them in slippery situations, since they take more time to respond than the wheel brakes do. A represents the automatic mode and is used, for instance, when driving in relatively free-moving traffic. In the A mode, the auxiliary brakes are only activated when the brake pedal is pressed. They then function in combination with the wheel brakes, resulting in brake blending function. In this way, you avoid activating the auxiliary brakes when they are not needed, thus reducing fuel consumption. The best effect of the auxiliary brakes is obtained on trucks with EBS, where the brake blending function is utilized to the maximum. In order to avoid polishing the linings on trucks equipped with EBS, the brake blending function is automatically engaged at regular intervals. If you drive in the A mode without activated cruise control and approach a downhill gradient, you can maintain the required speed by activating the brake cruise function. Pressing either plus or minus selects the current speed as the cruising speed. At the same time, the auxiliary brakes are activated and ensure that the selected speed is not exceeded. If you have a truck with I-shift, it will change down when necessary so as to increase braking power. With a manual gearbox, you have to change down yourself to obtain the best braking power. If you drive with cruise control engaged and have the stalk in the A mode, the auxiliary brakes and the engine will work together to keep the truck within a specific speed range. The engine will ensure that the truck accelerates to the selected speed, and the auxiliary brakes will see to it that the truck does not exceed this speed. If the truck is on a downhill gradient and it exceeds the set speed, the auxiliary brakes are automatically activated to maintain the required road speed. The excess speed margin is preset at 7 km per hour. This margin is the upper speed increment at which the brakes are automatically applied. So if you are driving at 70 km per hour, the auxiliary brakes will be activated when your truck reaches 77 km per hour. However, you can also increase or decrease this margin if you wish. To increase or decrease the excess speed margin, just press either the plus or minus button on the auxiliary brake stalk. When you make this change, the current excess speed margin is shown for a short while in the display. The full adjustment range for this excess speed margin is from plus 3 km per hour to 15 km per hour. So if you are driving at 70 km per hour, you can vary your excess speed from 73 to 85 km per hour. You can use manual settings 1, 2, 3. When you want to gradually adjust braking power and when driving in traffic that involves repeated brake application. The various settings can also be used when you need swift activation of the auxiliary brakes. The auxiliary brakes are activated immediately when you release the accelerator pedal. The power with which the brakes are applied depends on the position of the stalk. On trucks with automatic transmission, the stalk has a spring-loaded B setting. The B setting is used to activate the so-called braking mode in the transmission. In this way, the auxiliary brake is utilized to the very maximum, all the way down to low speeds. As you can see, the correct braking technique and good brakes are important if you are to benefit from safer driving and at the same time reduce your costs. But still, don't forget to think ahead and drive sensibly. It always pays.